The Vaughan Pizza Festival is back from pandemic pause with a pie-in-the-sky lineup of great food and entertainment, including Disney and Candosar, Adassa, local American Idol, fourth-place finisher, Nicolina from Down Under, Australia's top Italian comedian as well, Joe Avati. Here's a little sample of Joe's work in case you haven't seen him before, and I'm sure you have.
And speaking of Facebook, whose mum is on Facebook? People are like, oh my God. Italian mums should not be allowed on Facebook. It causes jealousy between people, let alone Italian kumare. Right, this is my mum. Every time a kumare Teresa writes something on Facebook, kumare Maria put a like. When I write something, she not like nothing. And I'm a single guy. I went clubbing in Melbourne. I got, Club 23 at Crown. I got tagged with a picture of a girl. My mum's got to write a comment. I don't like this girl.
And we welcome Joy Boy Joe Avati to CP24 Breakfast. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's so good to have you. Look, you are beloved and renowned around the world. There's something special. There's a bit of a love affair here in Canada that might even go beyond the rest of the planet. How do you explain that?
Well, I was kind of the first person to take ethnic comedy and bring it to North America 20-something years ago. And so all these Canadian Italians were going, geez, he sounds like an Italian from Woodbridge.
Yeah.
Or, well, looks like an Italian from Woodbridge, but sounds like the crocodile hunter. So that was... that was the thing. They couldn't believe it. There's a million Italians in Australia.
Yeah, a lot of Greeks too. So
and heaps of Greeks, yeah.
They love you too. Did you come from like a funny family? Were you the class clown? Was that how it all started?
No, I was actually really serious. I was very shy, so I used to sit back and absorb all the observations. Like I could never figure out why we had two kitchens. The one we spend $40,000 on and never use, and the one we eat in the basement, or in Australia in the garage. So I made all those sort of observations, and many years later I brought them out onto the show.
Such strong culture, such larger-than-life cultures you both come from, straddling them both, Italian, Australian. Do you have to tailor your shows at all to different audiences around the world, or no? Not
really, no. Just, you've got to change a few words. Like, I've got this bit, my wife and I, we just had a baby boy, and thank you. And we bought him a cot. Now, a cot is not a cot here, it's a crib.
A crib.
So the first time I'm doing these shows, the gag's not working, right? Because the gag is this. Well, we bought him a crib, which is a nice crib, but this thing comes with a 25-year warranty, right? And I'm like, I know the kid's Italian, but he's got to leave home at some point, right? He can't stay. He can't stay at home for. I mean, these people they're making fun of us.
Get
really.
Out of the basement.
Yeah.
So yeah, your material is very observational. I love that you've been referred to as the Italian Seinfeld. That's got to be an honor. I mean, it's the greatest show, and it's a show about nothing. Your work's certainly not about nothing. It's about something.
Yeah, it is. It's all about, well, it's not just... back in the day, it was about growing up ethnic in an English-speaking country. But now, I mean, I talk about everything. I mean, having my son recently got married, and I was single for 46 years. And now I got married, I realised that you can't argue with your wife. Yeah. Just you can't. It's like, I figured it, when you download a new software program, when you get the software licensing agreement, and it gets too hard and complicated, that's what's like argue. You just press I agree. Just press I agree. And then you're always getting updates because they're always changing their mind. And
yeah.
Am I going to get in trouble for that?
The squint print will never get you in trouble. The squint print's good. We're living, I talk about this with all comics. Now, your work is very universal and very cultural and clean and continental. Yeah. But we're kind of living through this this Cold War on comedy right now,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
Where there's a lot of, concerns about PC and cancel culture taking its bite out of it. Yeah. Which, you guys are the ones that sort of are the voice of so it can woke and joke coexist? There's the question.
You can joke about anything, but you can't joke to anyone, right?
I've never heard that. Is brilliant, Joe.
And look, look, my show's clean, so I don't swear or anything, but I do get edgy. Yeah. Right? And I talk about stereotypes. I said, why can't you talk about stereotypes? There's a reason. Look at Italians, right? What are the three main stereotypes about Italians? That we love cash, that we love concrete, and then in the 80s, every Italian had a bad back and went on compensation, right? And why do these exist? Because we do love cash. We love concrete so much we water it in case statues are going to grow. And everyone in the 80s knew one uncle who went out with a good shoe and a bad slipper in case compensation people were looking, right?
Okay.
So, look, political correctness in comedy is like having health and safety at the boxing match. It doesn't belong.
So those are the 3 C's. I'm going to add one more, calcio. Italian, Australian, performing in Canada. Only one of those 3 is in the World Cup, or didn't make the World Cup.
Yeah. Italy
Did they calchoke?
Yeah. You try.
Like that?
You're like, yeah, it's okay, it's all right, yeah, it's okay.
How does that play in your orbit? A lot of soccer fans that are going to be
yeah, look, you know, we were look, Australia made it in 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be rooting for them now. We'll be rooting for Australia.
Joe Avati, it's been such a pleasure to have you on. I wish we had hours to talk, but you're going to be at the Vaughan Pizza Festival, June 17 and 18, performing quickly. What's your favorite za?
My favourite pizza?
Yeah, how do you like
pizza? I actually like a margarita with extra olives.
Oh,
yeah. And look, and I don't mind a ham and pineapple either.
You'll take that.
Even though a lot of people are going to throw
Canadian
stuff
invention,
at me.
by the way, the Hawaiian.
You told me that. It's amazing, interesting.
Joe Avati, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks
Good to
for
have
having
live
me.
guests.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your show. Enjoy Canada. We love you here.
I love coming. I love coming.
Back.